Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis.
Yeah, you know what it is, black and yellow. Hey, we pulling up in the black and yellow uniforms for this game. We just entered into the top 10 again. We're playing Maryland. I remember Maryland is really what kickstart our dynasty into like full drive. Look at Canada getting a couple yards, already starting this drive off with a first down, but Maryland is really the team that really kickstarted our dynasty. I remember we beat Maryland on the road in a crazy OT game. That really was the reason that we became ranked that season, last season. And that's really why we was able to be somewhat of a household name. And now we a top 10 team. Looking back on it, that's really the main game that really kickstarted our dynasty. But let's go ahead. I'm trying to find candidate. I'm going to go to the slot, and that's batted down immediately. Maryland is playing tough. They always play us tough, though. Last time we met up, it was a classic. And this time they trying to play the other road. They trying to play the upset road this time. There we go. We throw it. That's a dot. Look at Boyd. I ain't gonna lie. Every week he looks a little bit more confident in the pocket, a little bit more confident throwing those type of passes. Those are tight window passes, and he's doing it with ease. Hold on. He throws another. Can Cross make that catch? He can't. 2nd and 10. But I was doing some research. In Maryland, I saw that their quarterback was Archfield Jr. If y'all day ones to the Delaware Blue Hens rebuild, y'all know that he was the quarterback before Dunn took over the reins. He was the quarterback before Dunn. That was probably one of our worst seasons in the rebuild. There was really nothing going on in that rebuild. I think the only good thing that happened in that year is that we actually played Penn State pretty close. We almost actually had a chance to upset Penn State. But our offense didn't do nothing. It was really because of our defense. Archfield Jr., he was cool. He had some potential, but he wasn't enough to get it done. And 4th and 3, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm really trying to bless the fans. I really want to get a touchdown here to start it off. I don't want a field goal. Let's see if I can get the out route. I try to go for the out route, and Boyd overthrows it, looking a lot like Archfield Jr. That's what Archfield Jr. used to do. And in his homecoming, in his first drive, Archfield Jr. can't get any score out of that, even though we turned the ball over. Let's go ahead and get the run game going with Kennedy again. And I just found out that I was actually pronouncing his name wrong. I guess it's Kennedy, but I think Kennedy sounds way better, so we just going to go with that. But the AI, they auto-corrected me. I'm like, why do they keep saying Kennedy is his name? But I guess I was mispronouncing his name the whole time. But let's go ahead, 3rd and 6. We trying to get a first down out of this. But Maryland's defense been playing tough. They really got a 5-1 record, so they really a tough opponent. We throw it up to 4. Can he make a play? He makes a play. 2 people on him. Head tap, and that's enough for a first down for them Hens. And we in the black and yellow uniforms this time, so we really gonna show out this time. Boyd throws it on the mark this time. Ford able to get the catch, and really Ford got a lot of potential in this wide receiver room. He's one of the faster wide receivers. No, he been waiting his turn for a long time to really get a shot, and they finally put him in the rotation. He's probably like the wide receiver 3 now, because it's Bogger, it's Thomas, the transfer portal receiver, and then it's Ford. But look at the stats right now. Maryland offense ain't doing nothing. Archfield Jr. is having a homecoming, going back to home. Y'all know that we was able to really do nothing with him. He was probably in the worst season to be a Blue Hen. We didn't really do nothing that season. I don't even think we made a bowl game that season, actually. If he really should have stayed down with the process, maybe he would have been, I don't know, he probably would have been a backup, though. He definitely would have been a backup to Dunn, so I don't blame him for transferring. I throw it deep. Can we get something going? And I got greedy, but luckily I do not pay for that. Luckily, I did not have to pay for that. I threw it into double coverage, 2nd and 10. But, luckily, Archfield Jr. definitely would have been a backup now that I'm thinking about it. He definitely was not enough to cut it, and we throwing it. But Boyd is looking like a backup-worthy quarterback. What are you doing? You got to hit that. That's an open pass. I know there's rushers, but come on. Those are open passes you got to capitalize on. Now we in a 3rd and long situation. I throw it to the slant. You get a couple yards, and then they fumble it. Now Thompson done fumbled the ball. This miscues at the beginning of the first half is not what the Hens fans is trying to see. Look, the Hens fans already look disappointed. We cannot be playing with them as a top 10 team. I think Maryland trying to redo the favor. Yeah, I know we upsetted them last time to really get our dynasty started. And now they trying to do that to us to get them back on the charts because they'll definitely be ranked if they could get an upset win. But let's see. We got to get back to the run game. Look, Kennedy making people miss first down. There's really no reason we've only rushed it 4 times with Kennedy. We could definitely got to get the run game going. And seeing how Boyd is acting, we definitely got to get the run game going. Let's see. I'm doing the audible at the line of scrimmage. I see something I like. Hold on. I see something I like. I think Ford got a step on him. Ford might be able to take it to the crib. Let the band play his. Let's go. I don't know if that's Ford's first touchdown, but shout out to Ford, man. He really done stay down to the process. He had a red shirt. This is really his sophomore red shirt year, and he finally on the board. Shout out to Ford. Let the band play for the Hens. Hopefully we can go ahead and start to put the foot on the gas, start to show Maryland why we a top 10 team. We don't want to get put on upset alert. I know they're trying to get that get back, and our defense is really holding it down for the squad. Our defense is not allowing Maryland to do nothing offensively. We got the ball back again. I think we really need. Hold on, they pressing again. They pressing too much again. We throw it to Bogger, but hold on, I don't know. They just glitched out. 31 ain't even try to make a play on the ball. He really could have got a pick right there, but he just pushes Bogger, and that's definitely going to be a PI. He was tweaking. He thought this was wrestling. You cannot be doing that. As a cornerback, you ain't even turn your head. You just literally push Bogger out the way. I don't know what he got going on. He probably got some issues with Bogger, but we're going to throw it down. And Kennedy able to get the catch. Mid-air makes the catch. Receiving yards for Kennedy has been a point of emphasis in this season. That's really how we've been eating a lot. It's just him out the backfield and being able to make plays. But let's go ahead. We're going to get the run game going. Oh, my goodness. Kennedy and this wear and tear is starting to get the best of him. This is another game. I know the Clemson game he got injured. He got injured at the end of that other game where he was going crazy. He was having an X-Men performance, and that could have been picked off. They just assaulted Boyd. We definitely got to get Kennedy back in the game. But they just assaulted Boyd. That definitely could have been picked off. But hold on. Let's see. Let's get a first down here. Let's calm down the noise, and we just throw it, and that's picked off too. Hold on. Wait a second. Somebody tackled 41. I don't know how he picked that off. But that was a bad play design. He throws it right to the middle linebacker. And Boyd is struggling. This has definitely been his worst half of football this whole season. He has not played this bad. Even the Clemson game, he didn't play this bad. He ain't turned the ball over this much. But let's go ahead. I had to talk to Boyd. I had to take him to the sidelines. There we go. Let's get back to old reliable. Doing some of the plays that we normally do. We was doing too much fancy shit. We was trying to be too extravagant against Maryland. We got to go back to olden fashioned Delaware football. Luckily, our defense is really playing like how they should be playing. And damn, hold on, he made a play for the ball. He was not trying to not catch it. But the DB was still able to swat it away, second down. And really, Handy's going to have to get a majority of these snaps. The running back, hold on, he really open on the check down. But I'm going to just take it with Boyd. If he would just run, that might be enough for a first. It's 30 inches. But yeah, Boyd got to get back into. He just got to calm down. You know, we're not in a dire situation right now. I understand Maryland got to get back on their mind, so we just got to calm them down. You in front of the fans. It's not even like you at Maryland. You can't be doing that in front of the fans. I told y'all. There we go. Nice little setup play. Give it to Ford. And Ford has been balling out already 101 yards in this game. He's trying to solidify himself as a go-to receiver, and we're going to do the play action again. This time, the right tackle don't do nothing. Luckily, I was able to get it off. I just throw it out of bounds. But, yeah, look at Archfield's numbers. Good. This is why you had to transfer 9 yards for one for 5. Even all the picks and all the sloppy play by Delaware, you've only had 9 yards out of that. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all got to go back to that season when we played as the Hens with Archfield. When Archfield played for us, that's exactly what he do. Like, he was not on target. He wasn't the fastest. It wasn't like he was just a crazy mobile quarterback that at least if he couldn't pass, he could also run or whatever. He was just mid at everything. But hopefully he does. It looks like he's been doing better with Maryland, so we got to wish him the best of luck. But that's a wide open. That might be a let the band play it. It is. The Hens is starting to pull away. Let the band play for the Hens. Handy comes in for the injured candidate, and we already got to let the band play for him. Handy's really stepped up. I know we done talked a lot of stuff about Handy. We done said that he's like a D2 running back. There's been a lot of stuff that he doesn't do the best, but now he's really starting to blossom in this Delaware system. He's really done found a place as the best backup running back in the ACC right now. he definitely got to keep up this play because with Canada keep getting these injuries, we definitely going to have to lean on him a lot more. We throw it to the wheel route. That's forward, but he dropped it this time. The rain, you see it's raining too. It's a real gloomy day. It looked like Gotham City out here in Delaware. Y'all see it's foggy too. It's really a nasty weather day for football. But let's go ahead. Let's run the ball handy. Don't get nothing on it. 3rd and 13. Maryland defense is really trying to keep them in this game. Maryland's defense is giving an all-out effort. They playing like Florida defense was playing at the beginning of the year, but not before they got blasted by Kentucky. But we looking in the pocket. We throw it, and that's incomplete. We're going to have to put it on the good foot, and we're going to have to punt it back to Maryland. We're going to see what Maryland and Archfield Jr. could do if they try to make this a more competitive game, or will the Hens defense keep prevailing, keep doing what they've been doing, and Archfield Jr. and them able to score a touchdown. They making this a little bit more interesting. We cannot be put up on upset alert, especially with an offense like Maryland's right now. They ain't been able to do nothing. We really be keeping them in the game with our poor offensive play. We throw it, and that's a catch. Oh, wait, he dropped it. Hold on. The rain is really getting to it. I didn't think the rain was actually having an effect like that. But Thompson, he's usually always money. He usually always catching it. He definitely got sure hands. Hold on. Wait a second. We're going to throw it to Bogger, and that's covered. I don't know why I did that. That's broken up. Bogger is not 6'7". Know what I'm saying? He cannot catch that pass. He's like 5. He's probably like 5'9", if we being honest. But let's go ahead. We not trying to punt it back to Maryland. Triangle wide open, and luckily it goes over the middle linebacker's head. First down for the Hens. We got to keep it rolling. And I hope Canada can make a comeback because this game is definitely going to affect his Heisman stock. He ain't been able to play the whole game. He's been dealing with a lot of injuries in these later games. Even in that game that we played last, he was dealing with some injuries. We throw it to Bogger, but this time he's going to beat him off the line of scrimmage. Let the band play Hens. Speed kills, and he definitely got it. One of the fastest players in the ACC right now, Bogger. He's been really stepping up, really been able to flourish in that wide receiver 1 role. We just throw it up this time. Finally, Boyd able to hit a target. Let's go. He was able to get right past 31. I don't know who they had him on that last go route, but he was definitely way taller than 31 was. But let's go. Hopefully we can break free, and hopefully we can stop playing with Maryland. We get the ball back. I really want to play defense against Archfield Jr., so I'm going to do the key moments. Let's see. Hold on. Looks like they're going for it on 4th down. Let's try to get a stop here. And I'm trying to show off the stadium pulse. We got a little bit of stadium pulse now that we actually been winning. Let's see what Archfield Jr. can do here. Let's see if he look like his old Delaware self. He throws it. Hold on. We might have something to work with here with Archfield Jr. He able to keep the chains moving. Let's see what he can do. It's another 4th down right here. Archfield Jr. And even though he ain't played the best at Delaware, I do kind of miss Archfield Jr., man. He was with us in our struggle years. But this sack right here is not personal. We're going to go ahead and close this game out. But, yeah, I do kind of miss Archfield Jr., man. He was with us in our struggle years. He was with us when we wasn't good as a program. But now we definitely winning. We a top 10 team. Maryland tried their best to hang with us, but they couldn't do it at the end. I hope Canada finally gets some health in the next game because we definitely going to need them. But it's been another episode, and I'm going to see y'all in the next. Let's go.